Hey, it's Steve Wagner. This is the fast version. It's basically the same PowerPoint, but I'm going a lot faster, skipping a few things. I'm just going to let you know quickly what it takes to make income on the Ambassador program, earn that passive residual income. Just remember there are a few musts or a few don'ts, but there are no exceptions to this. I do ask that you watch the long version, but I have a short one so you kind of get the ball rolling and just understand this is a sequence thing. You can't miss steps. Big thing is there's no retroactive look backs on this stuff. People are always trying to get me to go look retroactive on people that may have joined 2 months, 6 months, 9 months, 3 years ago and put them on a downline. There's not going to be retroactive look backs. It's all from the time you join and get certified moving forward. It's not an entitlement. Please don't look at it in that way. It's an amazing opportunity to earn passive residual income if you follow the rules. We will not honor the "I didn't know." That will not. That's the most classic line used. They didn't know that stuff. That's why we make these videos, and we feel like it's a lot of income to pay for a very little amount really expected from you. But that entitlement factor does flow over, and people just feel like they're entitled to make money when they don't even do it the way that the rules say that they should do it. So you must have joined. Number one, you must join the company to be able to be an ambassador and start registering downline prospects and earning passive residual income. You must stay with the company. If you leave the company or leave the plan and then try to come back, you'll have to start from scratch. And then you must be on the proper plan. All of the ones are fine except for the transaction fee plan. You cannot be an ambassador. You cannot register and be on the transaction fee plan. And then you must have signed the paperwork to join not just the company, but the ambassador plan. The ambassador plan itself has paperwork for you to sign, and that must be in place with the management of virtual properties, and we must know that you are, in fact, a full-blown ambassador member. So if you've not joined, a lot of people come and they go, "Hey, where's my prospect? Where's my passive residual income?" Have you joined? No. And so, the answer is no. There's no questions on that. You gotta take that step to join. It's not automatic. So once you are an ambassador, you've joined, you're in the right plan, you joined our company, you signed the paperwork, and join the ambassador plan program. You're an ambassador. You can then go to ambassadorplan.com, click a red button. That's it. Look at that picture. That's a picture of our website. That's ambassadorplan.com. There's that red button. You click the red button and a web submission form will come there. That is going to time, date, and stamp your registration. And that's it. That's one of the most important aspects of our program is clicking that red button. And there'll be no verbals, no notes, no emails. A lot of people say, hey, they come in, they poke their head in. They might hand us on a piece of paper, might even email. But no, the only thing that we accept is using that online registration because we use a lot of systems and procedures. There's a lot of employees with my company. We have to do things the right way or things will slip through the cracks. This is the way that will really give you the most security for a lot of different ways. And so we ask that you go on this ambassadorplan.com, click the red button, and be the first to do that. Because you've got to be first. That's part 4B. If you register somebody, but someone else has already registered them, or our company is already in communication with them. They're already kind of going through setting up the interview process, maybe already been interviewed. It's too late for you to click that red button and register. Doesn't happen very often, but it does. And generally the reason why it happens is somebody is what we call spamming. I'll talk about that in a second. But again, you must be first. And I know that someone's going to get upset about this down the road, but I'm telling you, if we're already talking to you and another ambassador's already registered them, you're just not going to get the registration at that time. So there's also number 5 is the 45-day maximum hold. The time you register them, they must come in for an interview within 45 days. And from the time they interview with us, they must sign up within 45 days. I said no exceptions. There's a little bit of gray area there that we will, if the agent is working in good faith, then we will extend that. That's one of the few exceptions we make. We're not trying to invalidate people's registrations. If everything's going well, what we're trying to get away from is the belief of an internal registration, that you registered them a year ago and you got them for life. That's not the case. Someone else, if they don't come in within 45 days or not, they're not really as interested as we thought they might be, then someone else is free to register them down the road. So I want to make sure that's clear. There are no eternal registrations. That's a hard one for some people, because some people think that they get some kind of ownership because they put their name in there, and they don't end up coming for the meeting, or they don't end up joining. A year later, they still think they're entitled to that passive residual income, and that's not the case. Whenever we're doing, I want to talk about a term called spamming, first of all. Whenever we're calling a prospect, we expect them to expect us to call. We don't want it to be a cold call. It needs to be not even a warm call. It needs to be a hot call. Spamming is when you just start putting names and numbers. You haven't really talked to them and primed them and let them know that hey, can I, or ask them, hey, can I have Virtual Properties give you a call? And they say, yeah, sure, have someone give me a call. They just start putting names and numbers, hoping that our staff will call them and everything will work out well. That's spamming. If they're not really teed up for our staff, and we ask you not to spam. It will not be, we'll actually ask you to leave the program if you can't help spamming. Poaching is just registering somebody that you already know that we're talking to. And how do you know? Well, you see them come into the office. You hear that, hear it on the phone. Yeah, I'm already talking with staff. I'm thinking about coming on. That's not the time to race over and register them. I know that happens a little bit, not as much as you would think, but enough to be aggravating and enough to make me have to bring that up here. So also don't try to persuade. The other step is they do a registration after the fact, but the other time is say, all right, well, I won't, I'll register them, but then I'll also try to persuade or pressure or something the prospect, and we're asking you not to do that. The thing to understand is neither team affiliation nor mentoring arrangements, coaching arrangements. None of that has anything to do with the Ambassador Plan. You're welcome to form teams. You're welcome to get together and mentor one another. You can do that on another financial arrangement. Again, don't try to mix the two, because a lot of people have tried to do, not a lot, but enough, again, to bring it up. See our team agreements, see our mentoring agreements. Team and mentoring program has nothing to do with the Ambassador Program. So again, I have to say this over and over again: family status, friendship status, business affiliations don't really have anything to do necessarily with the Ambassador Plan. Don't use that as an excuse to try to force a registration. Registration has to be done the proper way, and the most dominant feature of this program is the red button, and being first to do the red button. So again, we will do a 45-day rule. That just means we can't look back further than 45 days. If you feel like a mistake is made, we'll correct it. We'll get it right, but we're not going to go back a long time. We expect you to kind of notice if things don't look right and bring that to our attention. If you leave the company and come back, just understand you're going to have to start from the very beginning. And that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you do well with the Ambassador Program. We've given $300,000 in less than 3 years, and we intend to give triple that much more in the next 3 years. So congratulations on watching this video, and good luck.